Goes. Well, hello, everybody. It's Jody Franklin, and I'm here today with Maggie Bergoff. And Maggie is going to show us all how to build your online business, how to attract more clients. She's helped so many of the people in this group and my professional group also with functional medicine practitioners, help them to really take their business to a completely different level. So Maggie, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here and just answer. I'm an open book. I want to answer everybody's questions, get you supported, whether you're just starting out on this journey and you're like, I don't even know what I do, or if you already have a successful company and you're trying to get to that next level. So I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And congratulations. I understand you were just written up as an Apple entrepreneur, one of the top of the year. So that's wonderful and well deserved.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even know, and I didn't even see it. And one of my friends texted me that and was like, congratulated me. I was like, what? This is so crazy. I'm honored. And the cool thing is that I'm just very passionate about helping all of you guys to grow your companies. And of course, I have my own health company as well. So the cool thing is that, I'm just helping people in the way that I know best and growing in that way, which is awesome. And I want to help you guys do the same.
That's great. And so if you're joining us on Facebook, be sure to give us thumbs up and tag your friends in this talk, because Maggie's going to give you such great information today and a special offer for this group as well on her program. So I'll just go ahead and let you take it away, Maggie.
Yeah. Do we have any questions so far? Since
not yet. Okay.
Well, Jody, we could just chat about gosh, since there are no questions yet, guys, make sure you post your questions because I want to make sure that I identify and discuss what you guys are wanting to learn about. But perhaps we can talk about, different options for health coaches, since these are all health coaches, different options for you in growing your company. Does that sound good?
That sounds great. And I think that's a big issue for so many coaches. They have great skills. They really want to help people, and they just feel like they can't sometimes get their coaching off the ground. Or if they do have some clients, they just don't have enough to really make a go of it and like quit their job and follow their dreams with it. And I think that's a lot. I hear a lot of that in the group, and people just trying to build, and some of them just give up. And it's just such a shame because their skills, they could help so many people, but it's just not happening because they're not salespeople. They're not marketing people. They're there to help people, and it just doesn't come naturally to everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Same. I'm a health professional, right? So I did not know business and marketing. When I started my business, I did not have social media. I've never done a video. I've never done a photo. This is not my world. And I grew up in a very small town. I lived in a very small town, even when I started my business. So when I was starting to try to have my own online health business, helping people in this way, I definitely hit a lot of barriers and a lot of struggles that I learned through. But at the end of the day, I knew in my mind, I am going to make this happen. So the first step is really just letting knowing inside of you that no matter what this journey of entrepreneurship looks like, you're going to make this happen. It's your obligation to get out there to help these people in this way and to follow your dreams and to follow your passions in life. So I knew that helped me. That helped me through a lot of hard times, just knowing that I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. This is what I'm meant to be and what I'm meant to do in the world, how I help people. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is the options out there. I always tell people there are a million ways to build your business, so many ways. So virtually anything that you're concerned about, there's a fix for. So if you're concerned about social media, you don't want to do social media. Number one, perhaps you just don't have the confidence yet built around social media or the tools and strategies you need, which we can help you with, because a lot of times people come and they're like, I hate social media. I'm not going to do it. And then a few months in, to working together or to growing their business with us, they're coming back saying I can't believe I did not used to like this. I love this. And this is so much fun for me. And I'm getting so many clients and helping so many people. So you actually might just not know that you love that. But also, there are so many other ways to build a business than social media. You don't have to use social media. We teach other ways like PR, podcasting, speaking, a local event. There are so many things that you could do to build your company outside of that. So a lot of times what I see, Jody, when people are getting stuck and giving up is that they just haven't found a model that aligns with them And so they're getting frustrated and quitting. So social media is a big one. Another big one is they want to maybe like the legality. So this is health coaches, so maybe not a huge concern, but a lot of people who work with us are concerned about the legality about having their business. Well, then set the business up legal. I mean, there are so many ways you can set up a business completely legal to keep yourself safe while still helping people in a way you're aligned. So that's a very simple fix. It's just a matter of, what do you want to do? And then how to make sure that you're setting that up in a way that allows you to do that thing. And then if you can't do something that maybe you wanted to do, but obviously you can't, finding a way around that. Great example. I don't prescribe medications. Actually, I'm a nurse practitioner, if you don't know that. My past is as a nurse practitioner, not used my license since 2017. So I don't even use my license anymore. So of course I don't prescribe medications, but if a client should need a medication, I'm simply helping them be the advocate for themselves. And that looks like kind of like this. Say they're already on medications when they come to me, I don't touch that. But say I'm helping them with their gut health or their mindset. I might say something like, hey, Ashley, you should go to your doctor and get your labs rechecked because who knows what your thyroid's doing now. Let's see like what's going on with your body. And then Ashley is empowered to go get her labs rechecked with her practitioner and figure out and like update. Because the truth is, especially with coaches, like it's our job to tell them that because honestly, a lot of the practitioners are not keeping track of that. I've had clients who hadn't gotten their labs checked in over 2 years and are still on the same medications. That's a problem. So it's up to me to tell them that. So there's just so many ways that you can do that. Other ways you can build your business is through a one-on-one. So you could help somebody one-on-one with what you know. And a lot of times what you think is common sense is actually what's very, very helpful for them. So helping people with what you know, there's group programs, automated courses, or heck, you could be an author and a speaker and an educator and not have clients. There's just so many, there's like a million ways that you could build your business. It just comes down to, do you want to be an entrepreneur or not? That's it. Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Because if you do, there are so many ways to make that happen. It's just about finding a model that works for you.
That's awesome. I'm having a little issue enabling the chat. So maybe if you could just give us maybe some of your best tips, like what would you say people that are just starting out or struggling with getting people, aside from just, go on social media, like what's concrete tips could you give that would bring in some people to help them?
Okay. So I have a lot. One concrete tip is always hire help. I tried to do this by myself for a long time and I did well my first year of business, but I think back all the time and, no regrets, lessons learned. But if I had somebody like a program to enroll into or a great mentor or coach who was telling me great advice and like how to build this, it would have saved me so much time and frustration of spinning my wheels and even just given me accountability. Because when I first started my business, it actually was difficult for me when I quit my job, to then be at home by myself without a boss, no one telling me what to do, and also not knowing what to do. I was in a funk. For a little bit when I started my business, I was like in a funk because all of a sudden I didn't have any accountability or know what to do. I'd know what to work on. So I kind of just I was not very productive. I just, snacked. I would just make excuses to go snack or take breaks or do whatever. But if I had just been given the playbook of like, do this and then do this, I would have done it because I'm smart. I can follow a guide. I can follow the steps and the checklists, but I didn't have that. So first of all, find you the checklist, get into a program that teaches what you want to do, whether that be an automated course or a group program or hiring someone one-on-one, so that you have that playbook and you get results faster, easier. It's going to actually save you so much money, even though it's an investment for that. I have such a mindset around that. Even though it's an investment to do that, it will make you more money, save you more money, and most importantly, save you time. Because the whole first year of business like that I wasted kind of spinning wheels, I didn't waste, but I spun my wheels a lot. I could have achieved like what I did in that 1 year in probably 2 or 3 months if I had the right guidance and playbook, for real. And so it saves you a lot of time and money. So that's the first one, is hiring help. I am going to go on to like a second tip, if that's good. So a second tip is being clear on what you want to offer. A lot of times, a big problem that I see is people are giving their audience like 3 different options in working with them, or even worse, more options. So they're like, oh, you can do my 6-month program or my 3-month program or my one-on-one. And also you can do this payment plan or pay in full or this payment plan. Which would you like? They're not going to buy from you. They are not. It's so confusing. So with your clients, first with you, you have to know what you want to sell. Think of one thing. Like if you had your dream client come in your door, this dream client, they're going to hire you to be their health coach, and you're so excited to work with them. You're just so excited to work with them. What do you hope they buy from you? You're like, dream big. What do you hope that they say, heck yes, sign me up? Sell that thing. Don't sell the other things. Don't talk about the other things. Don't pitch the other things. Now, you can have other things in your Rolodex, in your resources to provide to them, but not as like the initial call to action, CTA. You should always have one direct CTA. So if you're sending out an email, there should be one CTA you want them to do. If you're doing an Instagram post, you should have one call to action for them to do. If you're doing a sales call, you should pitch them one thing to do. Keep it simple. The more simplistic you make it for your ideal client, the more likely they are to make a decision to work with you. The perfect example is like in our business, we have a lot of different offerings. I mean, we have things from $47 stuff all the way up to like 5-figure and more stuff, right? So in lots in between. But I'm not giving all those options to people. I have a very clear direction of what I want to promote at any given time, what I want to enroll into. Cool thing is you get to decide when you're the boss, right? So I can have an idea of what I want people to buy right now, what I want to promote right now in my business that aligns with my life. And so you'll promote that thing, and then you can upsell or downsell from there if you want, but you don't have to. And that will help you to convert clients. Those are 2 big mistakes I see people make, is hiring the help, definitely hire the help so that you have the playbook, you're not spinning your wheels. And then number 2, get clear on what you want to sell and just focus on that, simplifying it.
I think that's great advice. I think that that's one of the things that I have a problem with is, we have so many skills, and it's like, well, what do I want to offer? And then you wind up confusing your audience, I think, when you just offer so many different things, and then they don't know, like, what is this person? What do they do? So I think offering one call to action makes a lot of sense. And especially in your emails and things like that, your marketing materials, it can be very confusing otherwise. I think that's great advice. The chat is working, folks. Anyone who's on the Zoom with us directly, so you guys can ask your questions. If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and type your questions in below, and Maggie can give you her sage advice on building your business and growing from there. Because I know she's helped so many of my colleagues actually grow their business huge. I'm thinking of one of the first ones I sent to you, and her business just took off incredibly. Like she says she's making like 6 figures and beyond with her health coaching business. So I think, she's just a wealth of information. So anyone who has any questions about groups, about one-on-ones, pricing, anything. And that's one of the things Maggie is great is, up leveling and charging what you're worth, and really not being afraid to do that. And I know that's what a lot of health coaches struggle with. I for one did. And I remember one of my colleagues was charging quite a bit of money, and I said, oh, I could never do that. I would never charge that much. And, now I've gotten over that, but tell us about that kind of issue. And Brittany has a question after, so go ahead. It's related. So
Perfect.
I'll say, she's saying, how should you price your program as a new health coach? So that's another related question.
Yes. So pricing is a thing. What I set my business up at the beginning, and by the way, guys, I want to disclose this I believe all of you guys can have a business of your dreams that is aligned with your lifestyle. I preach all the time, build a business around what you want your life to look like. So I'm going to share what worked for me, but it doesn't necessarily mean that has to be the path for you. But I want you to use that as inspiration. So for me, when I first started out as a health coach and pricing my programs, I knew that I hated with a passion the one-off situations that I experienced as a patient. So when I was healing my body and I was going to the doctor's office, and then they're like, great, come back if you need us. Or like, great, I'll schedule your appointment on the way out for a 6-month follow-up. Hated it, did not get results. I think that is just also, like, I knew that my practitioners didn't even know me or care about me. Like, let's be honest. The last time they saw me was 4 months ago. And then by the time I get into another visit, then I felt like I was constantly starting over, re-explaining my story. Like, I never got results. So I knew when I set up my health business, I am not doing that. I also recognize that if I did a one-off situation where I'm charging X amount of dollars per visit, I would need thousands of clients to make a steady income. And when I quit my job, all I cared about, I didn't want to make millions. I just cared about replacing my income. I wanted to still, I actually didn't even care about replacing. Like, I just wanted to still make an income. I didn't even need it to be the exact same income. In fact, in my journal that I found when I was moving a little bit ago, I had written like that my 2-year goal from starting my business would be to make $115,000, like 2 years in. And that was matching my income. I actually tripled my income in year 1 of business. To my shock, that was not the plan. So it's like, there's just so much available for you. And I knew that I did not want to see thousands and thousands of people every single year, be hooked to my computer every day, seeing 40 clients a day. I didn't want that model. So what I chose to do is set up a retainer model. And this is what I would encourage new health coaches to do. I like live and breathe and believe it so heavily, not just for your lifestyle, but for the client's results. I truly believe that's to my core. So instead of having some one-off appointments where they just like schedule when they want or whatever, where you follow up with them, whenever, I like to have a retainer situation where Brittany, you as a new health coach would formulate a program with what you know right now, not what you hope to know in 2 years, because you'll never start like getting clients and making money. What you know right now that you can sell and help someone with right now. So that might be your personal health story. Maybe you overcame fertility naturally and you want to help support people in that. Maybe you got super into non-toxic living and you want to support people with that, whatever it is. So it could be your health story, your education, your passions, your background. Help or package that into a retainer program, meaning maybe like a 3-month program or a 6-month program. And it goes through certain phases or steps or pillars of the process with your clients. So say this is a 3-month women's wellness program. Maybe month 1 is about, rebalancing, and month 2 is about detoxifying, and month 3 is about long-term maintenance. I don't know. I'm just kind of giving you inspiration here, but you're enrolling them into a program instead of a one-off appointment. So the investment is much higher. Maybe you charge $3,000 for that program. So just hypothetically, this is a 3-month program. It's $3,000. It's called the hormone balancing reset or whatever. And it's broken up into 3 phases that you're helping clients through. By the end of this program, the solutions that they're getting is XYZ. So you're not selling on the per visit that comes out to be. That doesn't matter. It's not that you're charging $500 a visit. It's that you're charging $3,000 for the solution of whatever it is for your client pain points. Does that help? And so it's structuring that in that way. And that, just example, everybody's pricing is different, but that's a pretty competitive pricing. Like a $3,000 healing program is pretty competitive. You can go up from there, down from there, but I wouldn't recommend too much down, because then you're not going to be able to get out of your job and have a thriving business. And also, if it's too cheap, honestly, the people that you attract aren't invested and they're not going to be ideal clients for you, and they're not going to get great results. It's just sadly true, especially if you do I don't believe in practice clients, but some people do believe in practice clients. I'm so against this for a lot of reasons. I think it's damaging to your mindset, your abundance, and also your client results. So I think that you should come right out, create an awesome retainer program, a program that they can go through, and charge at least a couple $1,000s for that program. That's what I would give a very new health coach advice on.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I actually made that mistake in the beginning and had a barter client and some that I charged very little for. And the barter just didn't value it. It's like I would come back 2 weeks later and she hadn't done anything. And I'm like, well, hey, all that great advice I gave, you're not doing anything, but they don't follow. And I find that honestly, the more I charge, the more compliance I have with it and the more people see me as an authority. So I think that's,
true.
Yeah,
It's
very
true.
true.
And one thing on that people are afraid of for charging that worth is, number one, well, they'll be like, well, I'm just a health coach. I'm not a doctor. So It doesn't matter, does not matter what your license, degree, or situation is. What matters is that you care about the person and like that they want the program that you are selling and that you can help them in. So it's not like you can't charge that because you're not a certain thing, right? It's what you are right now. We have clients who have thriving six-figure companies and they don't have licenses or even like anything at all. They're helping people with what they know. You could do this with anything. I mean, you could be an interior designer without having an interior design degree, right? You can help people pick out their paintings or whatever, just for examples. Of course, again, always staying legal, but your background of your degree does not matter on what you charge. I really don't believe it's the successes and results you're getting and how you're helping people. And another thing that I see with the pricing is people say, but I really feel for the people who can't afford any. I really want to help the communities that can't afford these services. They can't even afford like a copay. Those aren't your personal clients. That's your community. And I promise you that when you get out of the job that you no longer love and the restricting career or lifestyle that you no longer love, if this is for you, if you want your own business, when you get out of that and you're living your true purpose, you're aligned as heck. So you're waking up every day just like beaming with excitement because you have a passion toward helping people in this way. You're making amazing income, helping absolute dream clients who are doing what you tell them to do and like help, like encouraging and just moving through this growth path with you. So you're working with the most amazing dream clients and you now have great financial buffer and flexibility as well as time flexibility because you don't have to work at that 9 to 5. You can give back to that community that can't afford you in such a bigger way than one-on-one appointments. So you could write a book, create a program, do a scholarship, create a nonprofit, do some volunteer work. You can help them in such a huge way, but they're just not your private clients. So I hope that helps you to kind of have that mindset shift on that. If you want to help everybody, but for free, you can't. You're not going to have a business around that.
And that is a huge mindset shift on it. And it's great. I think it is because you can give back so much more when you're not all stressed out trying to make ends meet, right? So many other questions here. So Leslie wants to know, how do I work my statement of how I help make this clear and interesting? She's a coach for female solopreneurs.
Okay. So total wellness, mind, body, and spirit coach for the female solopreneur. How do I work my statement to help make this clear and interesting? So first you would identify their pain points. So for these female solopreneurs who obviously are looking for mind, body, and spirit help, what's their pain point? Are they like confused on what they want to do in life? Are they fatigued and overwhelmed? Like first you have to see what their pain point is. And then with whatever their pain point is, I like to say like a noun, your verb, like heal your gut, balance your hormones, up-level your days, align your life, whatever. That's a really good, like powerful statement, but you have to know what they're struggling with first. A really good thing that I learned early on is one of my friends, you guys probably know him, Dave Asprey. We were sitting around a bonfire chatting and he was talking about this. And he was saying that so many people are marketing optimization right now, but that's not what the people need or want. That's not going to encourage them to sign on so much, which is funny because he markets a lot. But what he said is that actually the core of their marketing is the pain point. Because when somebody wakes up, they don't just say like, oh, I wish I could optimize my body today. I wish I could up level my mind today. No, they're like, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I'm so sick of this 9 to 5. I'm so like, whatever it is. So like, what are their actual pain points? And market your statement to address that so that they know how you can help them. Because if somebody's a solopreneur and a female happens to be like your ideal avatar, but they don't know what mind, body, spirit means to them. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a female, but a mind, body, spirit coach, I don't know how you can help me yet. So I need to know that pain point. So when you're thinking about that statement, I hope this helps you, is thinking about those pain points and how you help them to get to the solution that they need. Pain points and solutions, and then talk about that.
Something like banish your exhaustion or banish your, something that speaks to their pain point. That's great advice. And Penny wants to know, are there examples out there on how to create programs or templates, and how do you guarantee results? What if people ask for their money back?
Okay, yes, Penny. There are templates and advice for how to create programs. There's a couple things that Jody has access for you guys with is number one, a free training coming up, which Jody and Terry can post a link here. I'm going to actually be talking program structuring on day one of this training. It's on Monday, actually. So if you're watching this replay, get it right now because it's literally on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm doing a live training. Day one is program structure. It's not Q&A, it's a training. So I'll be going through an actual training on how to structure your program, what we see is best, what's going to align with you. And then I'll be doing 30 minutes of Q&A after to answer your questions specifically about your program structure. So super organized, an actual training, and then a session. So number one, you can learn from there. Number two, we do have programs that help you. Like when I was talking about investing in health, yes, it is so much easier to just be handed the templates, the scripts, the guidelines, the program. We have like Excel trackers where you organize a monthly program in it, visit by visit, and you have check marks for when a client comes in. We have all of that for you guys. So that just comes back to that kind of stuff. So yeah, so come to the summit. And then that'd be a good first step if you're kind of newer to me as well. And then at the summit, we'll talk about our different programs together so that you can make sure that you get into something that's best for you. But we have all of that for you as well. The second question, Penny, is how do you guarantee results? And what if someone asks for their money back? I don't guarantee results because you can't as a health professional. There are so many factors that come into play. Even if the person does everything right, you can't guarantee that their body's going to heal. You can't. And so if this client asks me like, hey, do you guarantee these results? I would tell them that. I would say, hey, Benny, thanks. Like, I understand that you're wanting a guarantee with this. This is a big step in your health journey. I can't guarantee your results. There are so many things that come into play, but what I can guarantee is that with my strategies, people have rebalanced what you're struggling with. So whatever it is, maybe they have headaches. People have eliminated their headaches with these strategies. I'm going to give my best shot. You're going to have access to me. We're going to have weekly appointments. You're going to be going through my protocol. And I'm confident that you're going to leave feeling better than you are now. So just give them that confidence that people have done that, but there's not a guarantee. And then you would write that in your contract. So we like give our clients contracts. That's very important. You need to have contracts and keep yourself safe. So make sure that in your contract, when clients sign on to work with you, it says that there are no guaranteed results. Another few things that I like to have in my contract is that there are no rollovers. So this is all from experience. If somebody misses 3 appointments because they went to vacation to Cabo, it doesn't mean that they get 3 appointments on the end of the program with you, right? They can log into Zoom at Cabo and have an appointment if they want one. So it's like, there's no rollovers for your program. And you want to have that in your contract and let your clients know that they're enrolling into an X amount a month program and it's for consecutive months. Because they, skipped month 2 doesn't mean that they get another month on the end. It's a consecutive month program. That's what I promote and teach. And you would want to make sure that your clients understand that as well and that that's in your contracts.
Yeah, I just want to give a plug to that, to Maggie's free 4-day business growth summit. This is not fluff. I actually attended it last year. And it was fabulous. I actually got some really good tips from it from my own practice. And I already have a pretty successful practice, but I up-leveled it. I raised my rates. I'm doing even better in terms of revenue this year, just from the tips that I got from that summit. So I highly, highly recommend you all sign up for it and attend it. And, it's funny, I attended another summit recently that was a lot of fluff, just a lot of like, just on and on and on. It dragged. And I felt like with your summit, it's like just ton of information every minute. It wasn't like I had to sit and wait to get a nugget, that kind of thing. So definitely attend the growth summit. It's amazing. It really is. So I think you guys will get so many pearls.
I appreciate that, Jody, because it is. And I've also been through summits before and I'm like, this is all fluff. And like, there's no value from here. And I'm not that way. And I don't even know, like maybe you're new to me or maybe you can't tell, but I'm like a go-getter, accelerated person. Like I want to help you win. And I believe we can all win. And so during the trainings, I'm going to be telling you exactly what to do every day, and every day is a different topic. So there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to be going over program structure, sales, and marketing, because you need all of those things. And then on Thursday, the last day, we'll have a guest panel of current and past students. So you can ask questions to them, figure out what it was like for them to either start or scale their business with us. And it's going to be so much fun. And then we're doing Q&A too. And it's not zero fluff. I swear to you, if you leave saying that this was fluff, I would definitely challenge you, because it's just straight up training, high level stuff, just like you are, say, in our mastermind. And then there's that week pop-up mastermind group where I'm going to be in there every single day, supporting you, answering your questions. My team's going to be in there. It's like massive, and it's free. So there's really no risk to even joining. I really hope you guys sign up.
Yeah, Penny's asking how she signs up. Penny, if you're on with us on the Zoom, it's right in there, right above your comment there. Terry left the link there. And then also on Facebook, you might have to search, because there's a lot of comments on Facebook, but you can go ahead and look. Stephanie posted it, and we'll keep posting it throughout the comments in Facebook. So you can, it doesn't get lost too much in the chat there. But anyway, she also wants to know how many hours per day is it? Oh, she said she did sign up, but how many hours a day is the summit?
Yes. So I would block out 90 minutes, because the training will be about 45 to 60 minutes. And then we'll do 30-minute Q&A. Now, I sometimes stay after on the Q&A. Last time my team was like, Maggie, you're at 2 hours. Maggie, 2:15, get off. So I want to support you, but I really am going to try to knock it at 90 minutes, because I want to respect your time and so that you can plan. But block off 90 minutes each day. It's from noon to 1:30 Eastern. There will be a replay, but I want you to watch it live. It's just so different. Even just show it, like we were talking about investing in yourself. This event is free. Yes. But invest in yourself time-wise to show up live. I promise it's going to make a difference in how you enjoy the week and what you get out of the week versus watching a replay, especially because when you're live and like the distractions are cleared and you're zoned in, it's much more beneficial than perhaps watching a replay when you're cooking dinner at night. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I want you to get in live, block off the 90 minutes. But if you do need the replay, we will send it for 5 days after the event. The replay is live, and then it gets taken down. So you will have adequate time to see the replays.
Yeah, great. Wonderful. Any more questions anybody has out there? Okay, I don't see any here, but perhaps you could give us some of the frequently asked questions, some tips or anything else you want to mention. Oh, there is a question here. How can you structure a 21-day reset program? So reset what?
Yes. So reset what? What's the reset on? So I can really give some zoned in attention. And then guys, what's really cool is that it might not even, yes, number one, a lot of times when clients come in to work with us, the structure of their program is not conducive to get where they want to go. So actually the structure needs to change, and we'll change that up together. But number two, sometimes the structure is fine, but the marketing is not. So we just recently had multiple people who came in with already successful programs and things like that, but they weren't, or not successful, but good. They're good programs. Like the 21 to Reset, like, is amazing, or their 3-month group program is amazing, but it's not selling. So we actually, even just recently, one of the testimonials on our website now, she said that Kelly, she sold more courses. She has a hormone balancing course, more courses in 7 days with our team than the entire year prior. And we didn't touch the course at all. All we did was switch up the marketing a little so that she marketed it in a different way and got people in the door, sold more in 7 days the entire year prior with the same course. So that's why at day one, we're talking about structure to make sure you're in the right structure. And then I think it's day 2 is sales, day 3 is marketing, to make sure you're marketing this correctly. So your program is resetting your eating habits. So if this was, so get clear, resetting what kind of eating habits. Are your ideal clients yo-yo dieters? Do they have an eating disorder? Are they binging? Do they restrict? What are you trying to help them eliminate food intolerance? Like, get clear on what you're trying to help them achieve. And also that's how they're eating, but what's their pain point? Their pain point might be bloating. It might be that they feel like they're on a diet roller coaster. It might be that they're afraid of food. It might be that they have hormonal imbalances that they want to rebalance, or food intolerances. So,
or 20 pounds of extra fat.
Or they want to lose weight.
Want to lose weight, right?
They want to lose weight. So you have to know, like, what are they eating currently? And then what is their pain point, so that you can speak directly to that client. If you want to put that in the chat, you can. If not, I'm going to keep on going, but I'll look at the chat to see if it's in there. So say hypothetically, this person has food intolerances. They bloat no matter what they eat. They are just like frustrated. They also are yo-yo dieters. And then their result that they want is to be able to lose weight without dieting and without restricting. So perhaps you are selling how to lose weight without dieting, without restricting, by eliminating food intolerances and a vicious mindset cycle around food. So like they know why they're signing up and the results that they're getting. And then your solution, that's the program. The program's the solution, and that's what they buy. They don't buy the pain points. That's for marketing. The solution that they actual buy into is the outcome. So what you're going to promote is that through this 21-day reset program, you are going to lose weight. I forget the things I lose weight and end food intolerance, end bloating by eliminating food intolerances and restructuring your mindset around what you eat, or around how you eat, not even just what you eat. So then they know that through this 21-day program, that's what they're going to achieve at the end. So that's how I would structure it. And then structure wise, I guess like that's for marketing a little bit. And then I would typically launch a program with a live event. So like a webinar or a 3-day event on eating or some kind of live event or a pre-recorded training or webinar that they go to, but I would promote it usually with a 2-week promote period and then the enrollment period and the 21 detox. So like promote the thing, the webinar, the live event, whatever it is in your first time launch for that 2-week period. They buy the 21-day reset. And if it's the first time I've launched everything, I usually keep that ability to buy open for 2 weeks after. So 2 weeks before event, promote promote the detox, 2 weeks after, keep it open, then it's closed. And then everybody goes through the 21 detox together. That's a launch style. And I typically, when it's something is new, if this is a 21-day reset is new to you, I typically launch it once. And then I set it for evergreen because I love evergreen so much. So then from there, I would set up an automatic process to where at any moment, if someone's struggling with their food intolerances and want to lose weight and feel better, at any second of any day, they can be helped by your program. They click the link, they see the training, they get the 21 reset, and they can go through it on their own or with a community like an evergreen community. So that's how I would do that. I hope that helps. And then as far as the actual like how many calls a week? People ask me that all the time. It's up to you. What do you want to do? I personally, if I was running a 21 detox program and it was a cohort, meaning they enrolled, and then I took 10 people through this program, I personally would do a once-a-week call with them for Q&A. I also would have a portal built out, like an automated course, essentially with video trainings built out for them to go through. This takes time. If this was my first time launching, I would take imperfect action and just do trainings. Once a week, I would show up live and help these girls. That's it. And then as I go, I would get smarter with systems and automation so that I can scale. So I would create a little portal to coincide with it. So each week during those 21 days, they have a nice video training. So I don't have to train and teach over and over and over again. And then I spend my sessions, instead of teaching so much, I spend my sessions on supporting. So that's how I would structure a 21 detox situation.
Yeah, that's great. And then it becomes like an evergreen program, and it's so much easier in general, once you get it down. But a question here about what if my one-on-one clients are slightly different than my course clients? How do I position that in social media? So she has one-on-one clients that are the female solopreneurs, but the course clients are yoga teachers and people that want to know the philosophy of yoga. So very different. So that can be confusing when you're marketing to both groups, right?
Yeah. Honestly, depending on where you are in business, if you're in a position to hire a team and you're not a solopreneur, even though your ideal client is a solopreneur, you're not, I would actually create an entirely different account for the teaching yoga teachers and the helping solopreneurs with their health. I think that's what I'm hearing are the two different segments, because it completely is going to ruin your social media marketing by talking both. I'm speaking from experience because I own 2 companies and I still own 2 companies. I run these 2 companies, and it was always a personal brand when we started. But what happened is when I started to teach business and marketing a few years into my health business, one day I'm talking about healing your gut, and the next day I'm like, quit your job and start your business. It doesn't make sense. So then what you'll see is like, even on our social media now, it creates lasting like effects because we have a lot of followers and they are all real. And we actually went this summer and like we deleted anyone we thought that might be like a ghost or like not our ideal client or whatever. It took forever and still our engagement is down because we built an audience and some of them want help with their performance and some of them want to build their own business and they don't necessarily align or like attract to each post we make. So in a perfect world, what I would have done and what I would recommend to you, if you want two fully different businesses, like teaching yoga teachers how to be a yoga teacher and teaching solopreneurs how to help their health is two separate companies. I would create a separate account for each. And I would hire, again, if you have a team, I would hire someone to run one of the things because you can't do both. It'll be more difficult for you. So I would just hire help to support that. That's what I do. The other thing is to think about, do you want to do both? Get really clear with your vision. What do you hope someone signs up with? If someone reaches out to you that day and they're like, I want to be your client, what kind of client do you hope they are? Do you hope that they're a solopreneur female who wants help with their mind, body, and spirit? Or do you hope that they're a yoga teacher? And it might be both. For me, it's both. I love health business and I love my business. But if it's not both, and you're like, honestly, I just love the yoga teachers, go all in. Don't be afraid to go all in on that thing. Because when you go all in on that thing, honestly, it's a lot more simple than running two companies and your marketing becomes more simple as you start to build team. Like I have a team. So like my team has to know it now, not because now I separate it, but at the start, my copywriter was writing copy for health and writing copy for business. My sales rep was having to learn how to close a deal for health and how to close a deal for business. It's so confusing for everyone involved, not to mention me for every day when I'm posting on social media to be like, oh, should I do a health post or a business post? Clearly, I have learned the hard way that this is not a good situation. So I would really recommend you to split them up or get super clear on why you're doing both. And if you truly, truly want to do both and get clear with that.
Yeah, I have a similar situation where I'm running in a lot of different directions and it's really hard to niche down because I love working with all different audiences and it's really, really hard to do. But I think you've said to me before that you can do all those other things, but you want to kind of focus on one thing for the marketing purposes. Is that your philosophy on it?
Yes. And that's another thing as well. So when you have like a push, you'll see this in real life. Come to the summit, you will see this happen in real life. I have a mastermind program. We also have an agency. We do website builds, we do photo shoots, videography, branding. We have like a full-blown agency and a huge high-level mastermind. You will see that from now until well into the end of the year, all I will live and breathe and talk about is our automated course, because that's what I intentionally want to sell into in this moment, in my life, in our business. And then from there, we'll probably upsell for people who want that one-on-one support or who want us to build their website for them or who want to do whatever, PR, whatever it is that we offer. We can upsell into those things if I want, if we choose to. So for if you have multi-passions, that's fine. You just have to know what's your attention right now and where do you need to focus most? Where is it that you're needed most? And what do you want to sell most in that moment? And then come up with a game plan of what you're marketing when.
Okay.
Jen said, thank you for speaking on Evergreen. I've been considering upgrading my Practice Better account to include it. I'm obsessed, Jen. I'll tell you guys a story because this is chill. Like I told you, this is gonna be just a chill hangout Q&A with me and just really getting real with you guys. I almost quit coaching altogether. Almost quit. I was burned out. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I actually stopped seeing clients, patients at Self Pro in my health business and also business clients for a while. And I forget how long it is. My team says probably like a good 6 to even 9 months because I was done. And it's because I built it to only be one-on-one. And I crashed because I'm not meant to be my fullest self and to have my best life. I'm not meant to sit behind a computer seeing patient clients or students all day, every day. That does not fulfill me. I love seeing clients and helping people with their business one-on-one. Love it. But at a lesser amount at one time. So I love like 10 max is my max for one-on-ones. And then what I was able to do was even with our group program, when we would launch it in cohorts. So we would launch the group program and then everyone go through and then they'd graduate and then they'd be done. Then we'd launch another and then we do it again. And then we'd launch another. That also was not aligned with me One, because of my lifestyle, I don't want to always be launching. I have a family, I have young kids. I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And while I was building all of this in the last several years, I had 3 babies in 3 years and built 2 companies in that time. Or I guess in 5 years total now. That was a lot. So I don't want to consistently be launching and rolling and launching and enrolling. And then, so one, my lifestyle. 2, what I really did not like, even maybe more than the lifestyle component, is that when somebody reached out to me on social media or at an event, and they were like, oh my gosh, I really want to enroll into your program. I hated saying like, great, we're going to have a fall enrollment, touch back in like 5 months. Make sure you're on our email list so you get notified. What? They need help right now. So instead, I knew that they weren't going to wait 5 months for the program. They're going to hire someone else. And I knew that that's not going to be their best situation, because I know that the things that we do, like I'm so passionate, like we give it our all. Like in the business stuff, like we give you guys everything. And I know with confidence that what we have is so amazing for business owners like you guys to grow your companies. And so I don't want you joining something else, because it's not in your best interest, in my opinion, to do that. And I don't want to wait 5 months or 12 months for my next cohort to launch to help you. And so restructuring enrollment, I call it all evergreen, so that I can help anybody at any moment. If they come to me for help, I can be like, great, here's the link, or here's how you fill out this application form, and they can enroll that day to be helped. So I like it evergreen. And then I do what's called launch boluses, probably from my medical past. I do a launch bolus, so that periodically you'll see this happen in real life next week at the business summit. Like the business summit is going to be amazing, incredible value. And of course, I'm going to teach you how to work with us, because I care about you working with us, because I want to help you. That's in your best interest. And I know that. And so you'll see this happen. We're going to do a launch bolus next week. And then though you can enroll throughout the year without that happening. I hope that helps. I just use a lot of like this, but that's what, like, I'm trying to, like, in my mind, this makes total sense to have this passive income generator to be evergreen. You're helping people every moment, any day, while you sleep, while you're out to dinner, while you're on vacation with your kids, you're making income. And then having launch boluses where you're actively enrolling people. And those are like the exciting big times where you're like doing a big push, like an event or a bonus or a discount holiday sale, just something like that. So I'm a huge fan. I could talk about evergreen programs for a long time, because they are difficult to be successful for client satisfaction. So you really need to work on organization if an evergreen program is what you want. And we, of course, tell you and give you all the systems and organization checklists and things like that you need, the SOPs, just everything, even things like the team you might want to hire to support that. But it does need to be more organized in a cohort in order to maintain client results, since people are going to be enrolling all the time. And you'll probably want to hire out sales, so you also don't have to do that part. I mean, this is more scalability. I don't know where your company is, but we help people from start to scale. So we have clients who are starting from absolute zero, and we get them to 6 figures as fast as they want. And also, it can happen pretty quickly. Clients have hit 6 figures within a few months with us. I'm not kidding. This is truthful. People will say it's too good to be true. Like, don't believe it. Go look at our hundreds of video testimonials. This is true. This is happening. That might not happen for you. Maybe it takes 12 months to reach that mark. It's fine. Everybody's journey is different, just like health and wellness. Everyone's journey is different. Embrace yours. And then we also work with clients who are scaling. They come in already at multi 6 figures a year, and they want to scale to 7 or more figures a year. So we truly have the ability to help you from start to scale in all aspects of business. I'll be teaching it at the Growth Summit. I hope that was helpful for your evergreen.
Yeah. And I just kind of want to use the analogy that people are coming to you as a health coach for advice, and you've been able to get them amazing results because they came to you as an expert. Well, this is the same analogy with your business. I mean, go to an expert, go to Maggie. She's done it all. She really has worked with tons of people on this and helped them build really, really successful businesses. She's built her own really, really crazy successful business. And that's her main focus now, is to get you to start out from wherever you are and take you to a whole different level. And so get the support and help you need. And this thing is totally free, guys. So can't wait to see it. I'm going to definitely participate. And I hope many of you will do so as well and get a lot of great information. And maybe even if there's an offer to join one of her programs, do it, because, you know, if your dream is to do the health coaching and to have a full docket of clients or group programs or whatever it is, and fill them up, get the help you need. Don't just don't just try to do this on your own. It's hard, right? right? Get the support you need, get a coach, get someone that's going to help you to do this, and someone that has a proven track record of helping a lot of people do just that. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. Maggie, thank you so much for coming on and answering some questions, and literally looking forward to the summit.
Thank you for having me. That was so fun. I could talk for hours on end about this. I hope I see you guys at the summit. It's going to be so valuable. And yes, we will share how you can work with us at the summit. So come, we'll be sharing all of our new stuff and just kind of like what would be most helpful for you guys. And I think also, Jody, like you said, just get that help that you need. You don't have to go at it alone. A lot of people are afraid to do that because they feel like, well, I should be able to do it alone, or I don't want to invest in the help. But I'm telling you from experience, you save so much time, effort, energy, and money by getting help. And it doesn't mean that you can't do it alone. Like, you can do it alone, but why would you choose to if you could invest X amount of dollars to have everything just handed to you, knowing that it's worked for hundreds of other people? So why not you? Why not you? So I really hope to see you guys next week on the summit.
Definitely. All right. Well, see you all there, and make sure to share the link with your friends so you can attend with them. It's fun to join with friend, and tag your friends in this post if you think it could benefit them, because and give us lots of hearts if you're watching on Facebook, so that others will get to see this, because Facebook has a way of hiding us. Unfortunately, anything like this is not really pushed into people's feeds. So make sure to turn on notifications for this group as well, so you get notified of programs like this that we offer you to support your business, because we really want everybody. The world needs health coaches. We need more people doing this work and helping more people. And so many people are out there sick. You can just expand your reach and help so many by participating in things like this. So anyway, thanks again, Maggie. Great to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I hope to see a lot of you guys soon.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.